Welcome back to History of Simple Things. Today's topic comes from one of our viewers, Zan Spaces. Thanks for the suggestion. You asked, what's the difference between a balcony and a terrace? At first glance, these two might seem almost identical. They're both outdoor spaces connected to buildings, both offer a bit of fresh air, and both give you a way to step outside without actually leaving home. But once you start paying closer attention to how they're built and used, the differences become much clearer. These aren't just interchangeable terms, they represent two distinct architectural ideas shaped by structure, placement, and purpose. So what really sets a balcony apart from a terrace, and why does that distinction matter more than people think? Stay with us as we break it all down, right here on History of Simple Things. A balcony is a raised platform that extends outward from the wall of a building, typically found on upper floors. It is always attached to a specific room, which means access is usually through a door from inside the home, often from a bedroom or living area. Because it projects outward, a balcony relies on structural support such as brackets, beams, or columns anchored into the building. Safety features like railings or balustrades are essential, as balconies are elevated above ground level. In most cases, balconies are relatively small and designed to function as a simple extension of indoor space rather than a full outdoor area. A terrace is a flat, open outdoor space that sits on a solid surface rather than projecting outward. It can be located at ground level, built into a slope, or placed on the roof of a building. Unlike balconies, terraces are not tied to a single room and may be accessible through multiple entry points. Because they rest on a stable foundation, terraces can be much larger and more flexible in design. They can span wide areas and are often used as shared or multifunctional spaces. This makes them suitable for a variety of uses from relaxation to social gatherings, depending on how they are designed. The most defining difference between a balcony and a terrace lies in how they are supported. A balcony is a cantilevered structure, meaning it extends out from the building and depends on the strength of the wall and its supports to remain stable. This limits how large or heavy a balcony can be. A terrace, in contrast, is supported from below either by the ground or by the building structure beneath it. This allows terraces to handle more weight and occupy larger areas. Because of this, terraces offer more design freedom, while balconies must stay within stricter engineering limits to ensure safety. Size is one of the clearest differences between balconies and terraces. Balconies are usually small, often just big enough for a couple of chairs, a small table, or a few plants. They're designed with limited space in mind, which makes them better for short personal use rather than extended activities. In most cases, they comfortably fit only one or two people, acting more like a small outdoor extension of an indoor room. Terraces, on the other hand, can be much larger, sometimes covering entire rooftops or wide sections of a building or property. This extra space allows for more flexibility, from outdoor dining setups to lounge areas or even small gardens. Because of this difference in scale, terraces feel open and versatile, while balconies remain more compact and personal. Balconies are always elevated and attached to the side of a building, typically on upper floors. Their defining feature is that they project outward into open air, which is why they don't exist at ground level. They are also usually tied directly to a specific room and accessed through a single doorway. Terraces, however, are far more flexible in placement. They can be found at ground level, integrated into landscaping, or built on rooftops as rooftop terraces. In some designs, they may also be part of stepped or multi-level outdoor layouts. This flexibility allows terraces to adapt to different architectural styles and environments. As a result, terraces appear in both residential and commercial spaces, while balconies are mostly linked to multi-story buildings. The way balconies and terraces are used reflects their size and structure. A balcony is usually meant as a private space for short moments, stepping outside for fresh air, enjoying a view, or taking a quiet break. Because of its limited space, it doesn't support much beyond simple personal use. A terrace, however, has a much wider range of functions. It can serve as an outdoor living area, a place for social gatherings, dining setups, or even gardening, depending on its design. Its larger, more open layout makes it feel like a natural extension of the home rather than just an add-on. This is why terraces tend to be more social and multifunctional, while balconies remain more private and minimal in use. Balconies and terraces may seem similar at first, but they serve very different roles in architecture and everyday life. A balcony is a compact, elevated extension of a room built to provide a small outdoor escape without requiring much space. A terrace, by contrast, is a larger and more flexible area that can support a wide range of activities and designs. The difference ultimately comes down to structure, size, and purpose. Once you understand how each one is built and used, it becomes clear that they are not interchangeable terms, but distinct features that shape how people experience outdoor space in their homes. Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution. Thank you for joining us on this journey through the history of simple things. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more stories woven through the smallest details.